explanation for us being here today in this form, in this world. You and I both know it's impossible. So the realization is, what we are seeing is a process of intelligent design. You see, the natural world does not tend to order. The natural world tends to chaos. If you drop a dye in water, it doesn't sit in one corner, it spreads out. If you leave something around, it breaks down. The natural tendency of the universe is to disorder. This again reaffirms the fact that there must be God, because order has been imposed on this world. So the world is there because a force is ordering it, whether it is by gravity, whether it is by the forces of between the atoms, whether it is the forces within the human, whether it is the soul. These are forces given by God, and the whole universe is controlled by God. So we know that there is God. We know that there is a day of reckoning. We know there's a heaven and hell. The choice is up as to how far we go in ensuring that we are prepared for that day. Point number 5. I wish to draw to your attention that I have a CD which I have put together called the Iqra CD, which has on it everything that a person wants to know about Islam, including the Quran, including the Hadith, including Mariful Quran, including by Histi Zewar, including the Hadith, including a award-winning biography on the life of Prophet Muhammad, including a very interesting book which is called Miracles of the Quran, which actually brings out facts in the Quran which we could only verify in our modern world. In other words, facts which, when the Quran was made to us, contemporary man would have been totally ignorant of. Once again, confirming that the teachings that came was just another segment of the series of teachings that came from God. If you would like to get a copy of this, you must try and contact me, and we shall make arrangements to have this made available to you. Point number 6, I would like to appeal to anyone who is interested in making these DVDs available for free distribution to contact me. I am looking for sponsors. I am not in a position to finance any meaningful distribution of these DVDs. There are 7 chapters which requires 4 DVDs for a complete set. And anyone who is willing or interested in sponsoring these, to please contact me. We can include some information about your products on the DVD to inform the people who are benefiting from this who it is that had made this DVD available to them. And point number 7 is when I come to the stage where I can take my leave of you, to thank you for your patience, to wish you well, to pray that the light of God enters your life, to ask of you that you remember me and my family in your prayers, and to wish that God would be with us all. God be with you. Amen. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Praise be to God, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds, most gracious, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. Thee do we worship, and thine aid we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, those whose portion is not wrath, and who go not astray. This is the book. In it is guidance sure, without doubt, to those who fear God, who believe in the unseen, are steadfast in prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them, and who believe in the revelation sent to thee. Let there arise out of you a band of people, enjoining to all that is good, inviting to all that is good, enjoining what is right, and forbidding what is wrong. They are the ones to attain felicity. Be not like those who are divided amongst themselves, and fall into disputations after receiving clear signs. For them is a dreadful penalty. O my servant, if you take one step toward me, I take 10 towards you. And if you walk towards me, I will run to you. Say, O God, Lord of power and rule, Thou givest power to whom Thou pleasest, and Thou strippest of power from whom Thou pleasest. Thou endurest with honor whom Thou pleasest, and Thou biggest low whom Thou pleasest. In Thy hand is all good. Verily, over all things Thou hast power. Thou causest the night to gain on the day, and Thou causest the day to gain on the night. Thou bringest the living out of the dead, and Thou bringest the dead out of the living, and Thou givest sustenance to whom Thou pleasest, without measure. So, if they dispute with thee, say, I have submitted my whole self to God, and so have those who follow me. And say to the people of the book, and to those who are unlearned, do ye also submit yourselves? If they do, they are in right guidance. But if they turn back, thy duty is to convey the message, and in God's sight are all his servants.